I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, June the 24th, 2015. A rocket was fired at southern Israel from Gaza last night. It landed in an open area in the region of Kibbutz Yad Mordechai. No damage or injury was reported. Red alert sirens were sounded in the area of the kibbutz and surrounding communities, sending residents to their safe rooms and bomb shelters. The Salafist group, the Omar Brigades, claimed responsibility for the attack. However, Israel holds terror group Hamas responsible for all rocket fire emanating from Gaza as they control the Strip. Israel's Air Force conducted retaliatory strikes last night at northern Gaza, where the rocket was fired from. 500 permits for Palestinians from Gaza to enter Jerusalem for Ramadan this week were also canceled after the rocket fire. Several rockets have been fired at Israel from Gaza over the last few weeks. Israeli authorities arrested 9 people from several Druze villages in northern Israel last night, suspected of being involved in the attack Monday night on an Israeli ambulance that was transporting 2 Syrians injured in the Syrian civil war to Israeli hospitals. The Druze attackers dragged the injured out of the ambulance, beating one to death and critically wounding the other, apparently believing that they were members of the al-Nusra Front that has attacked Druze in Syria. The IDF insists, however, it only offers medical care to Syrian civilians. 2 IDF soldiers were also injured in the Monday night attack. U.S. State Department spokesman John Kirby yesterday responded further to the report released Monday by the United Nations Commission of Inquiry on Israel's actions in Gaza this past summer, which found that Israel, as well as terror group Hamas, was responsible for serious violations that could amount to war crimes. During a press briefing yesterday, Kirby said, "We challenge the very foundation upon which this report was written, and we don't believe that there is a call or a need for any further Security Council work on this," adding that the U.S. rejected the basis under which the Commission of Inquiry was established because of its, quote, very clear bias against Israel. The commission was established by the UN Human Rights Council, known for its targeting and bias of the State of Israel. Chairman of the Jewish Agency for Israel, Natan Sharansky, met yesterday with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, where he announced that the agency will increase the number of Israel fellows it sends to college campuses in the United States and across the world by more than 30%, in an effort to help battle increasing attempts on campuses to delegitimize the State of Israel. Israel fellows will be sent to 170 university campuses across North America, the United Kingdom, Australia, France, and for the first time, South Africa and Germany. Sharansky said, "Our goal is to thwart those who seek to confuse young Jews and draw them away from Israel." The fellows work together with the staff of Hillels at colleges, helping to connect Jewish students to their Jewish identities and to Israel. And the California Assembly's Higher Education Committee passed a resolution on anti-Semitism yesterday. SCR 35 uses the State Department definition to define anti-Semitism and calls on each University of California campus to adopt a resolution condemning all forms of the phenomenon. SCR 35 was unanimously passed by the California Senate last month. Co-founder and director of the Amcha Initiative, a nonprofit committed to addressing anti-Semitism at U.S. colleges, Tammy Rossman-Benjamin, commended the Assembly for their significant step and called on the UC system to follow their lead. She said the first step is to properly define contemporary Jew hatred by recognizing the difference between scholarly criticism of Israel, which is 100% acceptable, and the hateful anti-Semitic rhetoric and demonstrations that threaten the safety of our campuses. Rossman-Benjamin said recognizing the definition of anti-Semitism, as the State Department does, which includes language or behavior that compares Israelis to Nazis and denies Israel's right to exist as anti-Semitic, is vital. And finally, all of us at JBS were honored yesterday when the American Jewish Press Association announced that the Jewish Broadcasting Service was the recipient of a prestigious Rock Hour Award. The AJPA's Rock Hour Video Award for Excellence in Personality Profiles went to JBS for L'Chaim, hosted by JBS President Mark S. Golub. Mazel tov to Mark, who has been producing and hosting L'Chaim since 1979 and is celebrating L'Chaim's double chai anniversary this year. 36 years of interviews and conversations with many of the most outstanding figures on the world Jewish scene. We are all very proud of Mark, and JBS thanks the American Jewish Press Association for recognizing the contribution the Jewish Broadcasting Service is making on the American Jewish scene today. Now taking a look at our programming for tonight, Wednesday, June the 24th. At 8 o'clock, author Edwin Black gives an overview of the history of the Middle East in terms of international law. At 9 tonight, Director of Research and Development at the Hadassah Medical Organization, Professor Eyal Mishani, and Hadassah CEO Janice Weinman join Mark Golub on L'Chaim. At 10, a panel on Jewish culture from the 92nd Street Y includes architect Daniel Lipskind and author Amos Oz. And coming up right after this newscast tonight, Thinking Out Loud with Micah Halpern. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, June the 24th, 2015. I'm Teisha Bader.